But here I'd like to show you what happens when you adjust a few parameters within the virtual instrument. And the particular parameters I'm talking about, we're going to show you here. So the release, the pedal, the action noise, the soft volume, sustain, all of that, you can turn it completely off. Now, some people, it depends on your environment, your application, how you're using the piano, the type of music you're playing, the genre. Maybe you're you're on stage with a big band, or you're playing some pop music, and you have like 2 guitar players screaming, and you just need to cut through. Well, if you need that, this virtual instrument is still, I would say, on the top, because you can seriously cut through, because the actual piano that was sampled has one of the most purest fundamental tones I've ever heard in my life. The tone just cuts through because the piano naturally has a bright sound if you play it to be bright. In other words, if you want it to be bright, or if you have a professional do voicing adjustments to create a brighter tone. It can be bright, as well as if you want a warm tone, you can get that too. So in this particular setting, we adjusted the tone and the timbre to give you a bright sound, and also we adjusted the stereo level to bring it in more focused, not monophonic, but more focused. In the stereo level, if you keep it right in the middle around 0, then it's a true stereo sample set of each microphone that was recorded as the piano was sampled. If you turn that all the way down into the negative, then you have a monophonic piano. Now, if you're on stage, like I said, and you have a big band and you need to cut through, this sound works. Or if you want to do like one of those pop ballads back from the 80s, like. Something like that. Or if you want to do something pop tune, kind of like now, to get that, all I did was like tweak a few things that really made this instrument more popish, I would call it. And that's really easy to do. You have a vintage mode, which was recorded through tubes, through vacuum tubes. And then you have the modern version, which was recorded just solid state. And each one has its own character, just the way the tone of the piano sounds. These options I haven't seen in any other virtual instrument, not that I know. So the other thing that's involved with that particular setting is that there's no noise from the sustain pedal. There's no noise from the from the sostenuto pedal. All of that's off. If you're on stage and you're using this live, or even in the studio, if you're in a situation where no one will ever hear that, then you can definitely reduce the CPU load, and that'll give you more polyphony and elevated performance. If you're recording where your sound is focused on the piano, that's when you need to bring in those details. Okay, that's that for that section.